What's up everyone, this is Ed Talenti. How are you guys doing? So first of all, Happy New Year, Happy 2019. 2018 is over. I can't believe it. It went by super fast, but I'm really happy with the way 2018 turned out. At the end of 2017, like around November or December is when I started using my Instagram to post beats. Like before that, it was just friends and family and I was just posting, random videos of all kinds of stuff. But I started consistently posting beats right at the end of 2017 and throughout the entire year of 2018. I grew my Instagram page, so I'm super happy about that. Thank you to everyone that follows me on there. And if you don't, let's hit 10K pretty quick. So yeah, it's a new year and there's no better way to start the year than with a video where we make a beat. I actually have a beat that I've already been making today. Let me give you a quick like. Yeah, and you'll probably hear as the background music throughout this entire video. So yeah, you already know what it sounds like. What I wanted to focus this video on today is melodies, because I feel like for this beat, and it's something that I do pretty often, but I want to take this as a chance to tell you how I make my melodies and give you a couple ideas that, hopefully they're interesting. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell. If you don't hit the bell, you're not going to see my videos. And I'm really trying to grow this channel into something bigger and something cooler. I'm experimenting with different things. So yeah, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. All right, it's enough talking. Let's get into the video. All right, so here's the melody that we're going to go and break down, and I'm going to show it to you. So let me just play it real quick. Cool, so that's it. As you can see, there's only 3 tracks that make this melody. The first sound that I started with is this bell from Omnisphere, and I put the scale thing, which like forces, it forces you onto a scale, so I don't have to think about the notes that I'm playing. I wanted it to be Phrygian because it's got kind of like that dark-ish vibe. It's very trap, and it's very like, it's almost like Egyptian sounding. And then I put an EQ on it just to cut the low end and a little spike here, because I already kind of mixed this beat. So you're going to see some effects on there, but they're just part of the mix. But the sound itself is just, it's a pretty simple bell. And I have a compressor that's side chained to my kick drum. And I put this down. I actually made this in my bed, because one thing that I like to do is like at night when it's quiet, and there's nobody around, there's no noises, there's nothing. I like to just put my headphones on and my laptop. No equipment, nothing, no keyboards. I just use the actual laptop keyboard, and that's usually how I start my beats, rather than in the studio. Then I come in the studio and like finish them, but I like to get the ideas down like that, like just in a dark room, no instrument, no distractions, and just me and my computer, nothing else. So I put this down by just messing around with the laptop keyboard a little bit, and I got the melody. And then I put the same exact melody on a different instrument, which is this one. Which is kind of like a piano, but with like still like this bell quality stuff. So I literally just took that melody and put it on that instrument. And when you put the two together, they sound like this. Nothing special so far. It's just like a little lead line or whatever. But having a lot of reverb and a lot of delay on these sounds, they kind of all blend together, and it doesn't sound just like a little melody, but it sounds like something a little more cohesive. Now we're going to get to the cool part here, because we're going to make this guy. This kind of reverse melody is like very used in trap music, and it's really cool because, it kind of takes those two like melodies and lead lines and kind of blends them all together and fills up the space, and it just kind of gives it this like cool weird vibe. Like you don't really know what's going on, you can't really pinpoint what's the main melody and what's underneath it. It's just kind of like all together, and I really like that. So in order to do this is what I did. I converted it to audio so you don't see it, but we're gonna try to recreate it. I'm gonna double this track. So the first thing I did is put it through halftime. It's this Cable Guys plugin. It's actually called Shaperbox. And it allows you to do a lot of cool things that like stretch and halftime stuff and do all kinds of good stuff. So I put this curve in it, which makes it halftime and lowers it by I think an octave. And this is what it sounds like. So after doing that, I printed it to the audio, which is what I'm doing right now. which basically just gets rid of the MIDI and gets rid of like Omnisphere and all that, and it just turns it into a piece of audio. And that's really useful to do stuff like this because you don't have to worry about, you know, the plugins lagging or anything. Like you have a new piece of audio that you can treat like audio. So you can do a lot more things to it. Cool, so now we have our audio. Let me zoom it in a little better. So what I did to it is I doubled it in time. So it's actually going back to the original time, but every time you put something through like this process of like resampling and lowering the pitch and higher the pitch, you kind of alter the quality of the sound too. So you get to these like really weird and cool sounds that you wouldn't otherwise be able to get, and it's really unexpected sometimes. So now that I have this piece of audio, I'm going to double it again, and this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to keep the main one the way it was, and the copy that I just created of it, here's what I'm going to do to it. I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to reverse it, done, and I'm going to double it. So it sounds like this. So as you can see, by reversing it and doubling it and doing all these things, we actually created sort of like a new melody that wasn't there before, which is that that wasn't really there before. So when you put the two together, you have this. And now we're starting to get that like reverse spacey sound that's still, you know, the same notes as before. So it's going to work with the main melodies that we did at the very beginning, but it's going to give it this like weird vibe that you're like, I don't really know what's going on. It's like reversed. You can't really tell what's going on. So when you put it all together with the original melodies, here's what you get. And there it is. That's what I wanted to show you with the melody, because it's something that I use a lot, and it kind of allows you to really get away from that, just, you know, a couple sounds on the keyboard, and really give it this like weird vibe that you don't even really know how you create it. Like right now I did because, you know, I'm doing it for the video, but generally I just keep doing so many things to that piece of audio. I keep like resampling it and pitching it up and down, that if I had to go back and retrack it, I wouldn't know how to recreate that exact sound. It would come out a little bit different. So I like that. It's really cool that you add this like random factor to your sounds, you know? I really like that. Anyway, let me show you the rest of the elements of this beat real quick, and then we're gonna wrap it up. So obviously we have the melody, which is these three tracks right here, which is this stuff. As far as the drums, there's nothing too crazy about it. This is the pattern that I have. For this beat specifically, I put reverb on my drums, which is something that I don't generally do. So after the drums, I put down this 808 right here. So after the drums and bass and the melody and all that, I added this flute lead that kind of ties it all together. Then I have some like cymbals and vocal effects and like just kind of sound effects. But this is the main part of the beat. This is what makes the beat. So yeah, that's kind of how I built this beat. If you want to listen to it, it's the last video that I posted. So just go check it out and you can listen to the full beat. It's on BeatStars and all that. Before you leave, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. 2019, I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to post as much as I can on YouTube, and I'm really going to try to grow this channel. So yeah, feel free to leave me any kind of feedback, any kind of videos that you would like to see from me. You can write anything you want in the comment, and I'll be more than happy to respond. Or you can hit me up on Instagram. It's @edtalenti, and write me a DM if you want to just say hi, if you want to ask something, whatever you want. And as soon as I can, I will respond. All right, this is it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. And as always, remember, be positive, and positive things will happen.